Been giving you a hard time about working so hard. What you got going on this weekend, man?
Man, this weekend we have some really cool events actually. We have a couple weddings, which are always special and unique for each client. But we're doing a bat mitzvah on Saturday, and this one's going to be really cool because we're hanging color changing string lights above. So there's three different areas for this party. They go all out for these bat mitzvahs. The one that we just did this past weekend was at Pinstripes off Kirby. Huge, right? Really big event. It was awesome. We did an LED dance floor. We did a bunch of lighting. It was awesome. So this next one is going to be outside. Then they have this little small pavilion, and then the dinner and all that stuff is inside. But the outside, we're hanging a bunch of string lights over this grass area, and all the lights are changing they're changing color lights. Okay. So obviously these are new lights for us that I purchased, specific for this event, which we'll have in our inventory. So that's going to be super cool.
Nice.
And all the lights you can set to different, all the whole strand can be different colors. They can go with the music. They can strobe, fade in and out. Do all different kinds of stuff.
Sweet.
So that's going to be a really, really cool event. And then, the weddings that we have, and we're setting up a stage actually today for an event tomorrow. We got some cool events.
So I got a question. A lot of people have jobs. Is this a job for you, or is this a passion at this point?
Man, I would have to say that it is what the passion that I have is being able to interact with different clients.
Produce those special
produce
days
those different types of events, and it to me it's fun. I love it. You can
see that in your work too. It's not just a job. It's
not. You know what I mean? But I also look at it that it is my job. I have to provide for my family. I have to take care of bills and make sure that employees got to pay for people. So it all falls on making sure that you can bring the money in to do these things. But I think it is, man. It started off as I know I can do this. I've been doing it for a while. I need to start my own company and.
So Mikey is the owner of Double Oaks Events Entertainment, and you're as an entrepreneur. How does it feel? I've been an entrepreneur for a while, and I was giving you a hard time that if you ain't breaking down, you ain't working hard enough, and it's kind of true, But I don't have the family, so it's a little bit easier for me.
Yeah.
And I know you got kids that are growing up and in that age where they take a lot of time. How is that affecting you pursuing your entrepreneurship? How are you balancing your life?
I'll say, man, the past 2 months it's nonstop, right? Working every single day, not having time off.
And he hasn't made it here for the last three shows.
I've been out there
for our
to get it,
inaugural season.
And but it's been tough. But I will say this, Kevin, I admire your entrepreneurship.
Thank you.
I really do, man. I admire from the I don't know if you'll remember this, but years ago, right? You're I'm moving to Boston. And you started the
blow pop business where you buy containers of blow pops for $10 and you sold them a quarter a piece, and you ended up making
And you moved out there and you were doing the training and you were doing that.
I'm gonna cut you off because fuck Boston. It was Connecticut. New Jersey. I started.
And yes,
yeah.
And you when
so
you
I'm gonna tell you. Let me break this down real quick. So. Cow. I wasn't an entrepreneur at this point, but I was dedicated and wanted to become a partner in this company. Uh-huh. We were a gym, and we bought gyms, and I actually went to Seattle first, and I just bought our house. We got our house in 2007, before the shit blew up. I was one of those guys.
I remember because
they got a good loan, before the housing market fell apart. I'm probably one of the ones that caused it.
Good loan, even not a good loan.
That was a good loan. It was a great loan.
Good loan for you. Yeah, not for the loan industry.
Yeah. I'm the one that
banks.
I'm the one that caused one of the guys that contribute to that. So we had just bought this house, and my mentor had left the company. He was an owner. He left the company, and he told me, he goes, I was already on my way to Seattle to go open up this territory, and he said, Kevin, go learn the experience. I'll call you as soon as I'm ready. So I went to Seattle, and we were looking at houses and everything. And not a lot of people might not know this part of it. So I went there, and I was there for 3-4 months. And me and Shauna had a lease ready and everything. And then Mike calls me, and he goes, Kevin, I'm ready. I'll double your salary, and I'll pay for your move. And I'm like, great, where are we going? New Jersey. Trenton, New Jersey, which is the ghetto, like the worst part of New Jersey. And I stayed there for a little while. I didn't even really have a position. I just kind of floated around to different gyms. And then they gave me the Connecticut territory. And I had 6 gyms there, and I made a lot of money, and I was doing really well. And I lost my passion for that and decided that I just didn't want to do it. And I left, and that's something that as an entrepreneur that I think is real important. Don't be scared to try something different, you know? And a lot of people say, well, don't quit your job till you get another job. It's bullshit. Quit your job and I guarantee you'll find another job. Yeah. That's the way the entrepreneur mind works. So
absolutely,
that was my story on that. And from then, man, I kind of been working on my own,
I know, man, and I to me, I've always seen it. I'm like, damn, dude, I don't know how Kevin does it, but you just have it. And I was scared to get out. I was just comfortable, working at the company I was at. I built that company, I like when I got there, it was totally different to where it was at when I left. And everybody would tell me, man, Mike, you need to go out and do your own thing. Like you need to leave there, do your own thing. Yeah. And then when that time came, and it was actually my wife. My wife was the one that was like, let's do this. I got your back. Yeah. Like, let's do it. And I'm like, and inside I'm nervous because I'm like, man, well, what if it doesn't work out? What if? And that kept on holding me back. And my wife was like, she went back to school. She's going to get her master's in education. She was going to like, just in case something happens, I'll have, I'll get into something so that way, and I'm like, you know what? I'm a hustler. We'll figure it out. We'll make it work. And she's the one that pushed me into like, let's do it. And then that's what it was, man. And then of course, God put all these things in place, and it was just meant to happen, And so once we went in that direction, it was a huge deal,
Yeah, so I remember we had a special moment after the wedding extravaganza, and I told you something. I hope this makes sense to you, and I hope other people that aspire to be entrepreneurs will understand this. Is that you can either chase your dreams or help someone else chase theirs. And that's the reality of being an entrepreneur. You can work your whole life following someone else's dreams and helping them accomplish everything they want, or you can take the risk and try to do your own dreams. And I said that in the parking lot. I hope that meant something to you, because I think that's really important, is not to be scared. You just have to put yourself out there. And being an entrepreneur, failure is part of it. Yeah, it is.
And accepting that, it's huge.
Yeah,
and so
adapting. You have to adapt.
You have to. Yeah, and so in the past month, a lot of pressure, right? Mentally, physically tired, like all of those things, man. And but it's just the support from my wife has been, it's huge. She's when I get home and I'm tired and I'm just like mentally beat, and I don't want to do anything. Like as our work is done, I want to go to sleep and rest. And her like talking to me, saying, we got this, we can do this together. I'm here to help you. What can I do? Help kind of push me to that next level. So I'm in a good place. We're busy, but I'm good. I'm having.
Yeah, and I think that's real important. That's something you said about your wife, and all of us have a really, really strong wife that's really been behind us, I think. And without them, we probably wouldn't be anything, to be honest with you. Yeah,
absolutely right.
And me and my wife have been working together the whole time, so she's just as big an entrepreneur as me, which she has a problem with, because she's an hourly mentality, where she wants to get a paycheck at the end of the week, and being an entrepreneur, sometimes you don't pay yourself, but you watch your business bank account build, which I try to tell her, that's all ours, and she's like, well, I still want to do this, but that's another topic altogether. But yeah, man, I'm proud of you, Mikey. Being an entrepreneur is hard, and you've been doing great at it, and I see your company growing, and I wish you all the
Appreciate
success,
it,
man.
Appreciate
and I
it.
am really, really proud of you. And now it's time to chase your dream, and not that other douchebags.
Throw out how they get in touch with you again.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Double Oak Events. Double Oak Events. You can check us out on Instagram at Double Oak Events. Our website is www.doubleoakevents.com. All of our social media handles is at Double Oak Events. We have a YouTube page, Double Oak Events. And I'll start sharing some stuff so we can post it on
We'll put some
here.
stuff on the show.
People can see it.
So I just want to say, as we build this podcast up, I'm learning. We're all kind of new to this podcast, but we're not new to being friends and having a good time, and that's what this is about. But we'll have links. I'm going to put links up to all the people that we've promoted, so you will be at the end of the show be able to see those links, click on them, find out a little bit more about their companies, find out more about Bo when he comes on tomorrow or next Friday. But we're going to get better on that part, and I promise every day I'm trying to learn more about this, and that's just the back end stuff. It doesn't matter what you see here is what this is all about. The Joker, the King.